Welcome everyone, I'm Rob C. Hines and welcome to another Freebie Friday. Now this week I'm going to go over a topic which usually doesn't get a lot of airtime. It's a topic which a lot of people, if you don't start to entertain into this subject, then you're really not going to advance your goals, you're not going to advance your life, you're not going to start to be able to get yourself into the places that you need to get to. And it's risk taking. Now there are two types of risk taking. There's irresponsible risk taking, which you may as well just call gambling. And there's responsible risk taking. Now, responsible risk taking is where you actually look at what's there and you start to do your due diligence and then really start to analyze what's in front of you. Now, wherever you are, wherever it is that you want to go to, wherever it is you are that you presently are, if you're going to be wanting to get more into your life, you're going to have to take risks. If you're just doing the same mundane things what you're doing all the time, you're not making yourself uncomfortable, you're not going to be able to move yourself towards the things which you really want to either be, do or have. Now, risk taking is really starting to, you may see an opportunity, you may want to develop your career in a certain way, you may want to really go out there and find your life partner. But whatever it is that you want to do, there's going to be something which is going to be standing in your way. You'll probably know exactly what are the things which are standing in front of your way now. Now, all you've got to do is look at the things which you need to do to be able to get around that obstacle. Some of the things that you do need to do, you may not have the money for it. You may not have the resources for it. You may not have whatever it is that you believe that you need for it. But what you've got to do is just take the risk. As you take the risk, you're going to need a lot of faith to be able to take the risk. But as you then start to take those steps forward and you take the risk, the thing which you feared will then just start to disappear and it will start to fade into the background. And this is because you've started that forward moving process. As long as you start that forward moving process, you can move sideways, you can move a little bit on top of the problem, you can go underneath the problem, you can go through the problem, but you just need to continue to keep moving. And if by taking a few risks, by taking some responsible risks, doing the due diligence, that's going to help you to be able to keep moving forward. But if you don't take the risks, just because you haven't done it before, or maybe you know someone who's done something like this before and it didn't work for them, just because it didn't work for them, it does not mean that it's not going to work for you. If it didn't work for them, find out why it didn't work for them. That can be a really good précis for you to be able to study what they did and make sure that you don't do that. So really just look at what it is that you're facing. Start to build up your faith, start to induce your faith. And as you do that, you will then start to be able to take those risks with a lot more information, a lot more informed knowledge, and then you'll be able to go through it. Now, there's a really great book which has got a chapter on risk taking. I'm really familiar with this book. It's called You Were Born Rich by a guy called Bob Proctor. I'm sure everybody is familiar with Bob Proctor. But I think it's chapter 7 in this book is the chapter on risk taking. Chapter 7. So if you can get your hands on a copy of this book, do read the chapter on risk taking and it will really help you to understand why you need to take risks. And if you don't take risks, you're really just slowing down your own personal growth. Okay, just a quick note. I've got my new masterclass session starting next week. I've got one group starting on Monday, one group starting on Sunday. There's still spaces within these groups. So if you are interested, if you do want to come into the group, if you want to find out more information about what the group entails, then just drop me a line. My email is robert@rchines.com. There's been many people who have come through the groups. Many people have spoken about what growth they've got from the group. So if you want to find out more information, just let me know. So until next week's Freebie Friday, as usual, I'm going to leave you with 3 things. Keep reading, keep studying, and above all, keep growing. I'll see you all next week.